Currently, I'm working with 392 orphans, children who lost their parents to Ebola.
These are the new victims of the deadly disease, orphans left behind after Ebola takes away their parents. Big storms disrupt flights and leave BC, California, and parts of the United Kingdom without power. And as we wrap up for the year, Humber News takes to the halls to gauge the holiday spirits. Hi, and welcome to Humber News. I'm Adriana Jung, coming to you from our newsroom here at Humber College. Travelers across the pond this busy Christmas season are experiencing heavy delays today. London airspace was closed for an hour this morning because of computer problems. Officials say the problem stems from a computer glitch from the Air Traffic Control Center in Hampshire. Flights from Gatwick and Heathrow were previously grounded, but the problem has been resolved and planes have been cleared for takeoff. The UK's Air Traffic Management Company sent out this tweet earlier confirming the reopening of the airspace as they slowly deal with an enormous backlog. Thousands of workers have taken to the streets of Italy today in a general strike. Basic services such as public transit and schools have shut down as workers protest against government reforms. More than 50 rallies have been planned across the country. The reforms will loosen restrictions on firing employees and other proposals the unions say are unfair. Airlines such as Alitalia and Ryanair have cancelled flights. Hong Kong streets are business as usual today. Protest camps in the financial district are now clear. The pro-democracy movement began in late September and froze major routes in the city center for more than 2 months. Police began shutting down main demonstration sites a couple of weeks ago, clearing up traffic in those areas. Some protesters remain in front of the government headquarters as well as in a shopping district nearby. The people who've died from Ebola are not its only victims. Thousands of children in Liberia are facing the Christmas season alone. Abandoned buildings are now home to many orphans. They've been turned into healthcare centers for the children who are left behind. Health officials say there are thousands of children who have lost their parents to Ebola. Aid agencies are trying to feed and clothe the orphans as well as find new homes for them. While southern Ontario and BC are cleaning up after a blast of winter storms, the Pacific Coast and UK are getting hit. A cyclone-like weather bomb has hit parts of the northwest UK, leaving thousands without power. In Scotland, about 30,000 people were left in the dark with the wet and windy weather. Wind and flood warnings are in place for much of Scotland. Meanwhile, halfway around the world, a so-called pineapple express is hitting the southern California after roaring through the northern coastal states. Heavy rain and strong winds have brought flooding and mudslides to the Pacific coast. Officials say nearly 300,000 customers have lost power. The cold weather may have brought some inconvenience for us, but it's also created a beautiful sight in China's Shanxi province. The Hukou waterfall on the Yellow River has become a tourist attraction at an unlikely time of year. Low temperatures have shaped icicle formations along the surrounding rocks and handrails. Local villagers say heavy snow will freeze the waterfall completely and form an ice bridge between the shores. After traveling more than 2,500 kilometers in harsh conditions, a Dutch explorer has finally reached the South Pole in a tractor. Manon Ozevoort endured temperatures as low as -56 degrees Celsius and deep snow. This is the final leg of her 38,000-kilometer journey in the tractor. She left her home in the Netherlands in 2005 and drove through Europe and Africa. Here at home, Toronto Mayor John Tory can strike one thing off his Christmas wish list. He got to meet with Prime Minister. Stephen Harper met with Tory last night at Pearson Airport. They're said to have talked about smart track and traffic congestion in Toronto. Ontario Premier Kathleen Wynne is still waiting for her FaceTime with the Prime Minister. She's tried twice to meet with Harper in the last month. Here at Humber, exams are finally over and the holiday season is getting underway. We sent out our reporter Marlon Gomez around the campus to see who's getting into the holiday spirit.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very
My wish for the holidays is some pretty snow on Christmas Day. Wishing everybody a happy holidays from the Career Center.
I wish you all great bits and bytes over the holiday season.
Happy holidays from the photo cage. My wish for the holidays is to find true love.
Happy holidays, all the health and the best for everyone and peace for the world. Շնորհավոր նոր տարի եւ սուրբ ծնունդ գմախտեմ բոլոր աշխարհին.
Hi, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Staff Lounge to everybody. Buon Natale a tutti e buon anno.
Merry Christmas from the fire department over here.
When we come back, we'll tell you what's happening in the world of sports, and Donna Sevilla will have your 3-day forecast.
It's looking like a gloomy winter out here. It's -2, feeling like -5. But we'll be warming up to a daytime high of +1 with some sunshine to brighten our day. I'll have your 3-day forecast after the break.
But first, things are getting a little sexy in the land down under. But the orgy in Australia's Great Barrier Reef might be different than what you'd imagine.
I can't breathe. It's awesome. Like snowing. Yeah, it's so nice. It was my first time.
This was one of the lucky tourists who got to see the rare coral spawning spectacle. Just last month, a unique event occurred that created a perfect condition for coral to reproduce, sending millions of eggs and sperm into the Great Barrier Reef. Turns out, the recipe for what was called the world's biggest orgy was a full moon mixed with 28-degree sea temperatures. And an extraordinary coincidence, it happened all over again this month, a full month coupled by perfect sea temperatures.